my fellow Marks, and welcome to the Remark, the show that desperately tries to catch up with the events in WWE, despite them constantly adding new shows to the network seemingly every 10 seconds. What's that? They just added a new reality show about Hornswoggle called Total Little Fellas? Fuck it, I'm not touching that one. My name's Martin, and don't forget about the special thing we have planned. Oh my gosh, where we have the special guest stars. Lana, Naomi, Sasha Banks, and my twin sister, Brie Bella. This week on Raw, a long-standing record was shattered. That's right, the WWE broke the record for the number of times it droned on about achieving history.
An historic evening for these three men.
For New Day to make history tonight.
New Day make history! Well, an historic night for New Day and also an historic night for the WWE Network. New Day hasn't made history yet.
You and I could make history.
We might not see history after all tonight.
Not only are the New Day scheduled to be the longest reigning tag team champs in WWE history, but they're also up to be the new DLC in the WWE's iPhone beat-em-up.
Tonight, we join the Immortals!
On top of a glass of milk and a small Irish bloke named Greg, we can now add Xavier Woods' grandmother to the things more over than Roman Reigns. The New Day defend their imminent tag team title record against the entire Raw tag team division, which is to say, the Club and two men that weren't teaming together until Mick Foley's most recent aneurysm. Booking decision. But despite Sheamus and Cesaro's differences, Corey Graves suggests that they might bond together quite erotically tonight.
You have to imagine dethroning the champs tonight would unify them like nothing else.
Yes. That would be a bonding experience, I suppose.
Talking about Gallows and Anderson, Sheamus and Cesaro, two hungry teams who are incredibly capable of dethroning the champs tonight.
I guess the new table for three with the New Day is going to require a bigger table so that the Club and Sheamus and Cesaro can fit underneath it. Corey Graves describes the old Valve logo.
Big man with a head of steam.
The New Day pick up the win in the opening bout to cement their legacy as the longest tag team in history. Really? Not the longest reigning tag team champs, just the longest tag team champs. Well, in that case, there's no option but to deep throat them. Backstage, local independent wrestlers Bob Backlund and the Vampire Lestat celebrate New Day's victory with a plum. Seth Reportings is rolling another hostings role. What did I even just say?
Do these two bitter rivals really just want to talk?
Well, it's a wrestling show, so sources point to probably. The WWE Network now contains over 7,000 hours of original content, around 1,500 hours of which is comprised of Undertaker's entrances. Mick Foley looks as out of place at New Day's celebratory party as Peter Jackson did at the Academy Awards in 2004. And much like Peter Jackson, Mick Foley has been responsible for some terrible ideas recently. The New Day accidentally sprays Stephanie McMahon with champagne during the festivities, which means they not only broke the record for longest tag team title reign, but also for the most embarrassing smark boners within a 2-mile radius. The WWE reminds us of all the encouraging words and chances that Mick Foley has given promising young talent Sami Zayn.
The match is over. I made the match! You cannot win! You will never win!
It's time to play What Would General Manager Mick Foley Do? Sami Zayn has come to you demanding a match with Braun Strowman, but you know that Sami is likely to end his career facing this mountain of a man. So do you A, have both of them team up together after shrieking at them about how amazing they are and telling them that this will help them achieve their full potential? B, book Sasha Banks against Braun Strowman in the first ever intergender hair versus hair match? Or C, throw badger feces gaze at Sami Zayn until he leaves you alone. If you chose any of those answers, then you were wrong. It's the secret fourth option where Mick Foley elects to do absolutely fuck all. Sami threatens that he might just switch brands and go over to SmackDown Live, which gets a huge pop from the Raw crowd, who are hoping that he'll take them with him. Fuck Paige. I just want Jack Gallagher's babies. Seth Summings rolls up every Raw talking segment from the past year or so.
Now last week I stood in this ring and I said it loud and clear, but I figure you good people, you want to hear it again. And it needs to be said again and again and again.
Seth representing's rolls the anti-bullying campaign Be a Star, championed by Stephanie McMahon, by teasing Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho about the fact that they're not friends anymore. He also compares them to Bon Jovi and Meatloaf, which is just a scathing insult, what with them both being super successful and popular musicians and all. Not even Dean Ambrose's face is more adorable than Kevin Owens' little skip when he believes that he and Chris Jericho are best buds again. Roman Reigns comes out to defend his best mate Seth Rollins, but is prevented by a particularly troublesome Sudoku puzzle.
Numbers game still too much for Roman Reigns.
Michael Cole summarizes the fact that Charlotte and Sasha Banks' feud keeps stopping and starting with some symbolic stammering.
This Sunday, it'll come to an historical conclusion.
Newly crowned Cruiserweight champion Rich Swann is willing to take on all comers.
It doesn't matter if it's TJ Perkins or if it's the Brian Kendrick or if it's the entire Cruiserweight division. Heck, I even heard your boy Santa Claus down at the North Pole was trying to...
There's no way that St. Nicholas meets the 205-pound weight limit for the Cruiserweight titles. Suspension of disbelief ruined. Brian Kendrick has a harrowing Vietnam flashback to old games of Contra. Michael Cole has a peculiar way of agreeing with people.
TJ Perkins will admit he wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the Brian Kendrick.
I personally am kind of tired of people overlooking what the Brian Kendrick means to the Cruiserweight division in WWE.
Shoulder tackle.
Yeah, I'm gonna start incorporating that into my everyday conversation. Hey, did you get a load of Rogue One? What a movie, eh? Shoulder tackle. Man, that Mick Foley, he has no idea what he's doing. Shoulder tackle. That John Cena, he sure knows how to hit a shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle. I mean, yes. Mick Foley rolls into Seth Bumpings and Roman Reigns backstage, and even though he's currently feuding for the Universal title, Roman doesn't miss a chance to bring prestige and relevancy to the United States title belt that, well, he's currently not holding it at the moment, but I'm sure he's going to say something that will totally remind people how important that belt is to him and to the company in general. Yeah.
Look, Lick, I got one focus, man. Kevin Owens and the Universal Championship.
Or just completely disavow any knowledge of it whatsoever. Sure, why not? Shoulder tackle. Mick Foley is hip to the music these kids are listening to these days.
That, but the future holds what it may. Whatever will be, will be. Doris Day? Exactly.
Look, Seth, you can't insult somebody by comparing them to Bon Jovi and or Meatloaf and then immediately go backstage and give someone respect for quoting bloody Doris Day lyrics. That's just ass backwards, you backwards ass. The WWE promotes the upcoming Iron Man match between Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair at Roadblock, and then immediately promotes the upcoming animated movie Sing. So, two things that you're sick of hearing about. Alicia Fox challenges Bayley to a wrestling match, convinced that Bayley has eyes for her man Cedric Alexander. During the bout, Bayley does a pinpoint accurate impression of the current state of the Divas Revolution.
That's not funny, Cole. That's ironic.
And look at Bayley go here.
A large man who has very little idea how the English language operates attempts to address the crowd and get them invested in what he's saying. However, they seem far more interested in his shorter, blonder companion, and they don't really care about any of it. That's right, I'm talking about Big Cass.
And last week, you caught him with his pants down. But as for tonight, this isn't a hotel room. My pants are on.
Turns out being 7 foot tall isn't the only thing that you can't teach Big Cass. You also can't teach him how to dress himself. Sami Zayn takes on Jinder Mahal, who apparently totally buys into that kayfabe shit.
Halua kick on the mark.
Mick Foley tells Sami Zayn that he has arranged a trade for him with SmackDown Live's Eva Marie. Then it turns out that this whole thing was just a prank to get Sami Zayn angry enough so that he stands a chance against Braun Strowman at Roadblock. Oh, okay, everything makes sense now. It turns out that all of Mick Foley's piss-poor booking decisions have just been a desperate attempt to get the entire Raw roster angry enough so that they'll wrestle more enthusiastically. Oh, everything suddenly makes sense now that that's airtight, that is. Also, this segment is really great because Mick Foley does pretty much all the talking for Sami, so that if Sami Zayn even does win against Braun Strowman at the pay-per-view, people will attribute it to Mick Foley's confusing machinations and not anything that Sami actually did. Which is just flawless writing. I mean, it really paid off in the end, what with Mick Foley doing everything and Sami just sort of standing there looking miffed.
Braun Strowman said you wouldn't last 2 minutes in the ring with him. This Sunday night, I'm giving you 10 minutes.
Well, it has to be limited to 10 minutes because otherwise Mick Foley wouldn't have enough time after the match to get on the microphone and scream incoherent epithets at Sami Zayn. It's an interesting contrast between shows, though, you've got to admit. On SmackDown Live, you prove yourself by surviving long, grueling elimination matches, and on Raw, you prove yourself by surviving long, grueling Mick Foley promos. John Cena hosted the most recent SNL.
What's your wrestling character supposed to be?
Wrestling character? I'm Leslie Jones, bitch!
Strangely, this seems to be Leslie Jones's reaction to character descriptions in most actual movie scripts that she's given. The New Day are once again forced to defend their tag team titles in the main event against the team of Jericho and Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And in the middle of the match, Seth Bouncings rolls on a disappointing invisible trampoline.
Triple threat rules. First team to gain pinfall or submission.
New Day officially make
History. 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 New Day makes history. History. History.
The New Day just made history.
Making history.
Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho get into yet another fight, in which Kevin Owens acts his heart out and makes you believe that he feels genuine remorse and regret over the loss of his friend. Unfortunately for Kevin, Roman Reigns has an irresistible compulsion to destroy any good acting within a 20-foot radius. Yet he spares the shit out of him. That'll teach you for having emotions. Roman Reigns picks up Kevin Owens' Universal title and then immediately forgets which one is his. Historically moving over to yet another history-making edition of SmackDown Live, and James Ellsworth does his best TJ Perkins impression.
What are you supposed to do with this? Look, tenacity is what got you your contract here. That is nasty.
Needs more video game buzzwords. Try talking about how your joystick can't hit the press play to continue button, so you've been mashing the X button to win the game. Levels, stages, game over. That. The Miz presents...
Welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history.
Don't you start. The Miz starts making bold claims, comparing the Intercontinental title that he holds to the WWE title that AJ Styles holds. No, Miz, that's not how you're supposed to do it. In order to elevate your title, you have to walk around empty-handed while saying things like...
I got one focus, man. Kevin Owens in the Universal Championship.
Yeah, shoulder tackle. Adorable anthropomorphic woodchuck Dean Ambrose comes out and chucks some wood. How much wood? Wouldn't you like to know, Chuck? JBL desperately attempts to get any kind of character development or motivation out of Nikki Bella, but she's not having it.
So, Nikki, what do you make of this? You're not answering apparently any of Natalia's calls or texts. You obviously think she's the one that did it, right?
I mean, no, I don't think that. I just feel very confused, and I feel like I just need time to think and just figure things out.
Famous wrestling personality Gabriel Iglesias makes a funny.
Well, what planet did you get that outfit from, Miz? Was it your anus?
Hey, that's funny. You think that's funny? It's not.
Shoulder tackle. Zack Ryder wins a tag team elimination battle royal, making the Hype Bros the #1 contenders for the SmackDown tag titles. Unfortunately, an enormous pain puts a downer on this whole scenario and undercuts Zack and destroys any chance of him being taken seriously as a competitor. But on top of having to be partners with Mojo Rawley, he also gets injured. Baron Corbin's persona cannot be contained.
You couldn't be me, couldn't be me, couldn't be me if you wanted to.
Oh, so you're just admitting that nobody wants to be you? Well, shoulder tackle, I guess. Dolph Ziggler wins a fatal 4-way elimination match to become the #1 contender for AJ Styles' WWE Championship. However, the announce team doesn't say the word historic even once, and Mick Foley isn't around to gurgle violently into a microphone about the dangers of challenging for the WWE title. So it's really hard to say if we're supposed to be excited or not. Tough to say. Well, that's it for the Mark Remark this week. Tune in next time for the Mark Remark Christmas special, where we'll have an appearance by Santa Foley, who will be finding out what all the boys and girls want for Christmas this year.
I want Braun Strowman! Then what do you want? I said I want Braun Strowman! I don't think you want Strowman! How bad do you want Strowman? Mick! Give me Braun Strowman! Damn it! Give it to me!
Happy holidays and toodle pip.
Whatever will be, will be. Doris Day? Exactly. But I'm not here to talk about the past.